And every time we've looked at these businesses that have come to us, their business models are broken. And it is very easy, if we follow a checklist, using expertise, being part of a team where we rely on other people that have other skills, that we can deliver that result. And I believe local is the top opportunity because that is where the majority of the consumer dollar is being spent. The majority of someone's spend is actually in retail, at the mall, buying things, getting their hair cut, talking to the attorney, talking to a real estate agent to try to buy a house. All of these, the majority of the dollars are in local, and that shift has not happened yet in the world of digital marketing. There will no longer be anything called digital marketing because it will all be local marketing. And the reason why social media marketing is dying is because it has become so diffuse. It covers so many things that you can't define it anymore. All they know is that they're paying more and they may or may not be getting more business, but that business could be seasonality. It could be because they had an offer. It could be competitors. It could be any of these other channels that are working more or less effectively. They have no idea. And thus local will almost always be that way until there is measurement telling the business owner at the channel level what is more effective. So there is ignorance on the demand side because there is no standards. There's no governing body to be able to police the nonsense that's occurring. You can't define social media or digital anymore because it is now crossed over into so many industries. And as a result, there is no clear leader in digital marketing of who is the authority to be able to say, this is the standard. With the demand, with no certification, I believe the next step on this side, whoever is going to win on the demand side, to be able to harvest all this demand, all these people that want to spend money, they're willing to spend money if they trust that there is some kind of certified partner, people who have earned some kind of badge, some kind of diploma, to be able to do the work for them. I believe that is the gap that's causing people to not buy. So, in order to have authority in this space, you must be a third party. And I would argue that no one has a stronger publishing presence and personal relationships with those people than we do. There's no one even close. And anyone who is close, they're already friends of ours and they support the mission that we have. Because the other people that are influencers are almost always one-person shows. They do not have a team. They do not have a process. They don't have the resources, the power, the inclination, or the desire to put out courses and teach and create jobs and build systems. Not one of those people is an engineer that can build systems. So we have almost a monopoly on the authority on the demand side. So the supply is coming from trained VAs that are trained up via what they learn directly on execution on Google and Facebook to get a certificate that is respected among other business people in their category. So if you're a furniture reseller, if you are a restaurant as part of a restaurant association, if you are a member of Digital Marketer and you're paying the, $37 a month to be a part of the DM Engage group, all these different groups, they trust whoever the prominent figureheads are that run those groups, that run those conferences, that are in charge of those email newsletters, that are in charge of all that traffic. We have access to almost every single one of them. And we are faculty, and we speak at the conferences. So the bottleneck in satisfying the demand is actually the supply side on the VAs and the specialists. But the thing that's preventing the specialists and the VAs from growing is that there isn't sufficient training to be able to bring them up. So if you trace this bottleneck all the way back, it goes back to the systems and processes. We need your help and other folks here in building training systems and processes into the learning management system so that the training is the same thing as the packages that we're offering. And the key to whether that system is successful is if these VAs and specialists can come through this training system without needing to talk to us all the time and asking questions or being confused, right? It should be clear enough. So the LMS has to be able to handle that, to pre-anticipate where people are going to have a problem.